How's my bangs? Is it like... Okay. Yeah, if you see like big gaps, please try let me like... Let me see, look at me. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to what? Another episode of Energy Check. I am Mulat, aka Book Mulata, aka Auntie Energy, and I am your host on Energy Check every Monday morning. How you feeling? How you doing? You can finally see my face. You can finally see it. This is gonna be my first one. So hi and hello. Oh God. Hi and hello. So exactly, you're gonna finally get to see me and my energy, and yeah. I am here today with one of my special friends, one of my dearest art friends in the community, and a personal friend, okay? Her name is Giovanna, and I am just so thankful to have her today on Energy Check. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling blessed.
Blessed?
I'm feeling blessed.
Highly favored?
So yes.
God is good?
God is the best.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so
How
much
are you
for having
feeling
me here.
Energy Check-wise? How are you feeling?
Honestly, I'll say a 13.
A 13?
I'm 13. Yes.
Yes, I'm feeling like 1,000 because I think me and my team, shout out to the team, gang, we all really did a great job. Even you guys, like just ladies, you just went with the flow, went with the weather, and we just did the best that we could with what we were granted, and I'm really proud of us. So I'm feeling like 1,000 because anything from in future, I feel like we're gonna really conquer. So I think that's what made me proud. Yeah.
I love flowing.
Flowing?
Yeah.
Same. Tell them about flowing. What does flowing mean to you?
Flowing is releasing. It's letting go. It's literally, it's going with the flow, but in a sense of love. Like just, I release with love, and I trust that everything always gonna work out for me.
Yeah.
And that's the frequency.
Honestly, like it's already written.
Yes.
It's already written, so you might as well just flow with wherever the universe is trying to go.
Even when it rains, even when it thunders, even when that tornado's gonna come down.
Exactly, because when it rains, you grow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, you're gonna have to take that little time to be like, it's bothersome that I'm out in the humidity. It feels muddy. It's dirty.
It's
but
icky.
Afterwards,
Sticky.
when it all comes out, you're like, yo, I got a whole garden now. I'm a whole flower now.
Yeah.
A butterfly now. It's like it's all the season that we really gotta just be
Enjoy
thankful
the
for.
journey.
Yeah. That, and I think
Embrace
that's
it.
what I love about this right here is enjoying the journey.
You've always come on divine timings when I needed to have that reminder of like enjoy where I'm at right now, even though it's like painful.
You know, I feel like that's for a lot of people, you know, for me. And it's kind of hard because when I've seen myself in a very rut space, like, I didn't allow people to just pull me. I would hear them, but I always needed to remember, like, respect my time and respect where I'm at because I'm always pulling through for so many people. So there needs to be a time where when I know that I'm hurt or I'm bothered or I'm growing or I'm not in that season, I need to respect that for me because people gonna always see more from me than I'm gonna see.
They're gonna see different versions of us.
You remember when you walked out into the back of the warehouse back in Miami warehouse times when we used to have to it was Art Central Miami
So
times.
the tent
Yes,
times.
the tent times. We used to have to drag everything to the back of my mom's warehouse.
Yeah.
And you walked out there one day and you're just like, you're gonna have one of these. And I looked at you, I was like, girl, grab some, let's go.
No, stop it. We had a heart-to-heart that night.
But I
had
did not
our first
see it.
heart-to-heart that night.
But I didn't see it like
We
you.
even cried.
But I didn't see it like you. You literally said it for me. I did not see it like
but
you.
within, like a year, you had the warehouse there?
Yeah.
And then another warehouse.
And I'm just like, I ain't Zuma. He used to always go by there. Yeah, we need this.
Yeah.
This is what we need. And
I was like,
and I'm tired, and I'm like, grab something.
we gotta put the tent up.
And it was just amazing because, like, you guys really did show me my path before I seen it. Like, I only was just going with the emotions and the flows.
You're
So,
fine.
like,
just for anybody who's just out there just wanting to do something and starting up with something, just start. Like, those little baby steps will really get you to where you need to be.
Don't be afraid to fail. Failing is just a lesson.
That's the fun part.
It's just a lesson. You
Honestly,
learn.
You learn.
You love learning. You're going to keep going. You're going to get better. And boom.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. So, mental health check. How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good today.
Today,
yes. I'm feeling really good today.
I'm not
gonna lie. Like, I'm a strong-minded, positive, but also, you know, I have a balance of both. But every day is different, and the last couple weeks have been a little hard, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, it's just
Vanessa,
picking myself up.
Take a shot to that. Shout out to the model, Vanessa. Say hello. We're going to be doing some body painting with Giovanna today as we go through the interview. So you'll get to watch us go through her process. And as I want to do with all the creators that I interview, I want to join their process.
She's going to be doodling with me.
Doodling with her and have some crayons and stuff while she paints. I'm going to be interviewing and pulling out my phone a little bit, so don't judge me, but we're here. So, every week, I know you listened to the show before?
Of course.
Okay, I know she is.
I love binging Moolah. What? Especially when I'm at work on a Saturday or a Sunday and I'm just there and stuff. Like, I need a pick-me-up. Like, I don't know if I'm fucking be there. Yeah. So I need a pick-me-up. You always pick me up. If I'm feeling like a 3, by the end of the shows, at least I'll be, maybe not a 10, but I'll be way higher than a 7. You know, I'll be like, you know what? She's fucking right. I needed that.
That is like
I know it, but I need a reminder.
I think that's all I want to be for people. It's like, if I'm wrong for you, okay, but if I'm right to you, it's just a reminder.
It's like, you know, you're not everybody's cup of tea, but you someone's definitely Patron shot.
I didn't take my shot.
Because I know you drink a Patron.
I'm definitely like a swallow, you know, like, and if you accept it, you'll go on a smooth ride. If not, you're going against the grain. And it's okay, I'm just going to back up, you know. But I am like so thankful that you've been along my journey and we got to watch each other grow, because like you literally watched me from a baby grow to right now, just as a creator. So I'm just like honored to have you, Giovanna. Thank you.
I want to tell you, I love every version of you. You know, even when we didn't see eye to eye, you know, I love every version of you. And thank you for staying with love. You know, you always flowed with love with me, and I appreciate that.
Thank you, Queen. I call her Queen, so if you hear me say Queen, it's because I call her Queen.
Thank you, Queen.
I appreciate it. So, before we get into, of course, we're doing body painting, I want to talk about the mediums of art that you do. So I can go into like further questions and you can start your body painting. What mediums of art do you do?
I do painting, drawing, sculpting, photography, modeling, creative directing, event producing, creative advising.
Stop playing with
what
it.
else?
What you mean?
I guess you can also call me
a designer. I got Queen. Yes, designer. And what does the card mean to you, the Queen card?
So, good question. Okay. So the F symbol that you see is actually the Chinese symbol for queen, right? So this was about 2011. I was coming up with the concept like as a logo. Mm-hmm. And when I saw that, it said like, it only means queen when it's next to the king symbol. So I took it away from the king symbol, because why? A queen is still a queen without a king.
That's why you
always. So, you know, when I was in Fresh and Fit, they try to, but when they try to read the definition of queens to try to like basically prove me wrong, but they ended up proving me right. So what it says here is definition of a queen, a goddess or a thing personified as female and having supremacy in a specified realm. An attractive girl or woman, a female monarch, a female chieftain, like, boss.
So, you're an artist of all kind, basically. And I want to know what got you into body painting. So you can start your body painting, of course, right? What got you into body painting?
My very first showcase was in 2011. It might have been 12, but I'm pretty sure. It was like one between the two. What I came up with was to photograph my friend after I body painted her. And since then, I don't know, I body paint here and there, but I've never showcased it like that, like live until October of last year.
Yeah. And what show was that?
It was Art Lust.
Art Lust.
Yeah, in Coral Springs the Art Museum. Shout out to Matt. But yeah, But okay, so in the last year though, I got really back into it more because of my woman series.
Okay, so that's your upcoming series, actually, right?
It's my current series.
Aren't you gonna be doing a showing soon?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just I'm continuing.
Okay, it's just gonna.
I started it. I want to say maybe April of last year.
Okay.
But it's just been a snowball. It's just been going and going and going.
So it's called.
I don't feel like stopping. I do whatever the fuck I want.
And what is the name of it again?
Woman.
Woman.
WOMBYN.
Okay.
Woman.
Okay, woman.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into that, every week we talk about a hot spot of the week, a place that you like to go in South Florida. What can you recommend to a listener or a viewer of a spot in South Florida that they can, enjoy a nice, cool vibe, rather it's a museum or a bar or even your favorite restaurant?
Well, lately I've been pretty into Terrace Rooftop in Pompano.
Terrace Rooftop?
Yeah, it's a dope spot. You can.
Do they have food?
There's a full bar, full kitchen, hookah, a lot of seating. It's very comfortable. You can, enjoy yourself. And they have dope food.
Terrace Rooftop. You know what I like to do during my free time? Because I'm such a child. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I go to the beach a lot by myself.
Me too. Well, right now, no, but yeah.
Okay, but I know you do like going to the beach by yourself because I be watching your stories and stuff and stalking you. But one thing that I've learned, I wonder if it's me, was bubbles, at the beach. I love blowing some goddamn bubbles at the beach, and everyone literally is running around trying to figure out who is blowing these bubbles.
I can just picture that.
The wind is just, and I'm just that makes me super happy, just a happy space. I don't know about anyone else who is trying to just find a happy hot spot for yourself. I love the beach, and I think, you should go find a happy place there too. You just take your little snacks, your little, sub or wrap, whatever, and enjoy yourself,
Yeah, I think one of the greatest things about South Florida is really all the outside activities that we can do.
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of trails. We have a lot of parks.
Jet skiing.
Yeah.
Even on the Everglades, they have the water boat.
The team is so great.
I love that bubbles just bring out the kid of everything.
Right? It's just you gotta smile. It's just
it's bubbles.
Right? So another thing that we do is vinyl of the week. Do you own a vinyl player? You do?
I do.
What vinyls do you own?
Not a lot.
But I don't, it's okay. Just which ones do you have?
I have.
Are these your favorite ones?
I have Cardi B WAP.
You have Cardi B WAP.
Yeah.
I don't have that. That's crazy.
Signed and everything.
Wait, Signed what?
She signed it. Yeah, she signed it when she was selling it. It's like a certain batch. It was like the first batch that she did.
Oh my God. I tried to get Kalani's and someone stole it from me.
You know what? Right? That's going to return to them.
You know.
I can curse on camera.
Yeah, you can curse. Camera,
I'm not new here. I'm a listener. I mean, what's she looking for?
I'm literally the meme. That was crazy. Okay, yeah. So that was. I wanted the Kalani. Well, yeah, I wanted it. I bought it. So I got it again, but it's not signed. So. Wow.
But it still plays. That's all that matters. For all I know, like her sister signed it.
Girl.
I'm not complaining about that. I fucked with Hennessy.
You know, we're thankful.
Yeah.
So what kind of paint are you using? I see you put some water in there.
Yes, it's water-based body paint.
That's professional. What colors are you using?
I don't really plan.
You just going around.
I love flowing.
Yeah.
Especially within my art, my best work is when I freestyle. And when I freestyle, I'm capturing the energy in the room and I'm just transmuting it.
So when we talk about freestyle, how do you feel about like telling someone else to freestyle in their own creative form of whatever it is, you know?
Like how to freestyle?
Or just like your opinion on freestyling, like why they should just learn to just...
It's raw. It's such a raw way of like letting... You ever seen Soul?
Yes.
So you know how when he's playing the piano and you see him lift, his soul literally lifts and he's just in the zone.
Yeah.
In the heavenly zone.
The euphoric state.
That's what it is.
The euphoric state.
That's what it is. So it's like, it feels so good.
Yeah.
It's like the reason why we're artists. It's just like getting in that zone is such a feel good, like, fulfilling, it's like fucking orgasm.
It literally is. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like getting back into art for me has been like so rewarding, just like with my spirit. It's like when some people could like go to sleep and they just don't feel full at night. Like for me, when I go to sleep with doing what I love, I could go to sleep feeling full at night. When I wasn't doing what I loved, like I felt real empty for real.
But it's like sometimes we really need to go through that to know what.
But I like that.
I mean, listen, growing pains, we're not supposed to like them shit.
Yeah, I don't like that. So that's what I'm saying.
I don't like dieting, but you know.
I don't like that. So, where are you from?
Colombia. Bogota, Colombia.
Okay, and when did you come from Colombia?
I came when I was like 6.
6?
Yeah.
How was it being raised in South Florida? Have you lived anywhere else other than South Florida?
No, really only South Florida. It's been interesting. It's like
what's interesting?
One of my most vivid memories when at our first apartment was in Wellaby, and my mom was babysitting, and we were at the house that she was babysitting at, 'cause it was like in the same neighborhood but like on the other side. I was in the living room, but like looking at the back. It was the first floor. There was a lake in the back, and I'm just looking, and I look up and I just see a tornado forming. I literally just see a tornado coming down, just forming. Mind you, I'm like 6.
Yeah.
And I see just a tornado forming, and it just boom, and then it jumps over the apartment. And like the other kids start freaking out. They're like, it's a tornado. And it's like, no, we don't know what the fuck it is. So we're like, oh shit. And we get rushed into the bathroom, and yeah. But like I was obsessed with tornadoes after that.
I saw something crazy.
I was obsessed when I tell you at the library. So you like the movie Twister? Oh yeah, I love
it. Yeah, that's like Twister. A top 5 favorite like childhood movie for sure.
That's all I used to rent from the library.
Really?
Is
the movie or?
No, just documentaries of tornadoes. Mind you, like I said, I'm like 6, 7.
Oh, hold on. You a nerd for real? Cause what?
Yeah. Girl, I grew up on Bob Ross. I would be obsessed with watching his shit. That's why I can like draw landscapes the way I can.
Okay.
Cause yeah, I learned majority of my shit. Yeah, I learned from him.
Yeah, no.
I used to do math for fun in like summer and shit.
I really wish that I would have fell in love with stuff like that as a kid. Kids, find something safe to do. I love that.
You know what's funny about math though is that I got competitive in it because my dad said that girls tend to be like not as good as boys in math, and I took that as like, oh, word, and then
I'm gonna do better than all
I was
niggas.
like, yeah, no,
period.
Cannot fuck with me.
We'll carry over.
I mean, just say like
know
math and art were my best subjects in school, and I wasn't even a bad student.
You're a genius.
I don't see what I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure. I love that. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna fucking say it.
I did call myself a genius the other day though, cause my last painting, my last commission piece,
yeah, the 2-piece one, right?
Yes.
She had a 2-piece painting that went together, and it just was so gorgeous.
It goes this way and it goes over.
It was gorgeous, very gorgeous. Well, I'm so proud of you because it's like you got like bigger and bigger, and I love that. Like, look at her pieces right here.
Can you believe big canvases used to like really intimidate me?
Really?
Yeah.
Like this one right here.
No, like the big. Well, that one actually used to intimidate me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's say, I'm like, you need to start doodling.
I'm coming around the mountain, here I come. Oh my God. I honestly, art was one of the things that I truly fucking hated.
Why?
I was like, ugh, even like Cookie, like she met me in art class and I just despised it.
Or like, was the teacher like critical of you or something? Like, because art's supposed to be free.
I'm gonna just say I blamed it on because I was black and I really didn't know the understanding of what art was for real. I didn't understand. And I'm just like, get me out of here for real. I just took this so it was easy and I could go.
But like, what about in elementary school?
Didn't care for her.
No,
my crayons were not giving me the look I was looking for. So
that was the ceramic.
I had the cheap crayons. I have Crayola. You know how them like when you have cheap crayons, it smudged like.
Yeah.
You know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
but
like
at
that.
School.
Yeah.
They have like different art projects and stuff. Like.
Yeah.
You didn't enjoy those?
No.
Okay, well, what mediums did you find you enjoyed when you were a teenager?
Smoking weed. That was my problem.
Okay.
It was sad.
Well, that's so interesting because, like, you just switched on a creative.
Yeah.
And then never looked back since that because I've only known you as a creative.
So I'm confused myself. So, with mental health, you said it's trending. What is a mental health tip that you can give to, the listeners who are just dealing with just different things that they're dealing with in life?
With anything that you go through, just remember to breathe. Breathing is so important. Like, it just helps you catch yourself in any state that you're in. And it helps you not induce your anxiety more. It literally just puts like a tranquility on you that
Yes.
And I'm very big on meditation. Breathing techniques are they're so necessary. Actually, the first time I had COVID, I remember I had body aches. And all I did was stay in bed and meditate, focus on my breathing. Anytime I got distracted, I would go back, focus on my breathing. I was only in bed for like a day after that. Like the way it just like rejuvenates your body, it
realigns.
Yes. And when we catch ourselves But something that you were saying earlier is how, people don't notice how they breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we don't even acknowledge our breathing.
And how we're breathing, like, wrong. It's like in through your nose, out through your mouth. So it's like you're breathing in healing and exhaling the bullshit for real without the blunt.
Yeah. And it's also like recognizing, like acknowledging, like you're living, you're breathing. You're literally
a breathing organism, like a lot of people don't even take those stops. Like I think that's why like Apple made it a thing to make the little breathe. It says for 60 seconds, take a breathe or meditate. I don't know if you guys have that pop up on your phone, but I have it. I allow it. Yeah, on the Apple Watch. Yeah, for sure. And I really appreciated that. That is what really got me deeply into breathing and learning that, okay, I'm just a little too high. Have you ever dealt with anxiety attacks?
One time. Well, actually twice. But the second time, okay, I'll do the first one time. The first time, it was, I just wasn't supposed to hang out with this person. I feel like my body was rejecting that energy, right? As soon as they left, I had the biggest, heaviest, like, knot on my chest, and it was really weird. Like, I've never had that happen to me before. And
I had to, like the energy of the person, or you just felt like in general you just was doing something you just knew you shouldn't be doing?
Both. Very much both. When you know you're not really supposed to be, like, taking in someone's energy, that when you're bored and you're young, you do a lot of stupid shit. As you get older, you need to, like, learn from those. Mm-hmm. And not repeat that, because at the end of the day, it just doesn't feel good. Right? So I learned from that.
What did your anxiety attack feel like?
It literally felt like something was like turning in my chest and I couldn't breathe. Like I couldn't breathe. I remember holding on to like the corner of my room and just like, okay, like concentrate on catching whatever breath you can, but like relax. You know, talk to your body, like it's okay. You're okay. And then it calmed down. I was just like, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, actually, I remember my first anxiety attack. And I was on my way to do some productivity, but I was definitely on my way to do some stuff I didn't need to be doing. And yeah, it felt like the world was caving in on me. Like, the whole car was just like, I was just like, I was grabbing, I'm like, oh my God.
It's like
and I'm going to the airport, so it was even worse because, like, the airport already brings anxiety in itself, so that was just stupid wild for me. And that's really what also got me deep into, like, mental health is, like, those anxiety attacks because I'm very headstrong. I'm very, like, I know what I want. I know how I'm going to move. And when something can alter me in a way where I had no control,
yeah.
And even the person around me had no control or understanding of what I was going through, it felt like life was ending.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
It was really weird, especially like you said, someone that typically has control of shit.
And it had nothing. I was just like, you know, okay, here's the bottom for me, bitch.
But the second one, I don't fully call it one because that morning I was supposed to shoot with a photographer at sunrise at the beach. The photographer had fallen asleep, but no problem because I'm my own photographer, so I shot myself.
Yeah, but still, like.
No. That's all love.
For me, it would have been for me, but
she literally gave me another shoot. Like it worked out perfectly, but that morning, obviously, like since I love the sunrise and I take meditating at the sunrise at the beach is like baptism.
It is. It really is.
So that morning, that's what I did. Like aside from taking my shots and stuff, like I meditated. When I got in the car and it was time for me to go because I had to go see a client, I looked at my phone and saw some news that fucking would have triggered me, and I felt myself, it was like about to come. And I just remember how beautiful like the sunrise was, how much I felt calmness in the ocean, and like I was able to like, and I have to go see a client. Right now it's not the time.
Yeah.
So I had to like catch my breathing and drive.
And drive. Like,
put my phone down and drive.
And not be the code switching, like even as like a creator, we gotta remember that we still code switch then. Like just because you're doing something that you love or you're an entrepreneur, you're still code switching because you had to shut that whole emotion down. Like when, rest in peace, Danny Basquiat from the Roots Collective, I was in Jamaica and I couldn't be here for my friend, and I was with my best friend's family. I couldn't give the emotion I was really feeling. I had to say, leave in America and be here, thankful, present. These are people who are paying for me to be at dinner, and like I can't show that emotion. So even rather it's in the family or friends or work environment, there's just certain times as creators you just gotta put it to the side.
Sometimes we have to like literally let go, let ourselves feel the pain, get a little not crazy out of control, but feel that undoing. Be okay with it, make your peace with it. It'll be done.
It always shall be. It's always done. Like, no matter how far, like, we think something's going and we don't have control over it, it's because we're not meant to be in control of it. So we're just supposed to relax and literally float.
Yes. I think that's the motto of today, is flowing.
Yeah,
and every day, but like,
and if it's not flowing, you can just float, because it ain't gonna flow in the float sometimes.
Don't force the flow.
Because sometimes I was drinking water as I was flowing and floating on the water. It was like, I was just like, Jesus, like I thought I'm supposed to be on top of the waves. No, sometimes even when you think you're on top of the wave, you're gonna see. Look, I'm gonna be dry. I'll be on top of the wave. Right though. But even though sometimes you're going to be on top of the wave, things happen. You know, triggers happen, solutions have to happen in life so you can learn and grow. Look how many technical difficulties we've had on this first shoot. And I have 2 more lined up for the rest of the weekend. And it's like, it takes these moments for us to grow through it and to learn from the bottom. So when it's your time to grow and to achieve and become better, you're on top of your shit like it ain't nothing. No one can tell you nothing about your craft, so
that's why instead of having like why me, say
solutions
learn about what's going on right now.
And definitely when we have so many creatives in the house, how can we lose if we all just have the intention to help? If you come with love and help, there should be no problems.
I mean, there'll be problems, but there'll be solutions.
Of course, but the problem is when someone ain't trying to find a solution for me. That's my problem.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Like, they could be all peachy and cream until it ain't. And I love that. Like, we all just really flowed with it all. Like we were saying, the main topic flowed. Yeah. So tell me more about your upcoming, your continuous journey with woman.
I think this might be my favorite project or series ever.
Tell me why.
I would say because it's the most consistent one I've had. Like, I had the bungalow. I had made like a whole world of the bungalow. It was the waterfall, the crazy with colors, and the mushroom trees with like the regular trees and the palm trees, and just like
because you give a lot of like
Wonderland type of.
She gives very like mystical, like being like you're on shrooms art, and I love that. So yeah, give me more about like how you got from one point to the next now.
And it was funny, just the other day I was cleaning up my Instagram post. So I was I was basically time traveling back to like my very first post. And fuck, I lost my train of thought.
You went time traveled all the way to your first post.
Yeah, but what did you say right before that?
Shit. See, that's why I can't be coloring. I'm like,
shit.
and you're getting into the woman series, and this is why it's your favorite.
Oh, the mushrooms. I've been drawing and doodling mushrooms as trees since before I even knew mushrooms, like, before magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Before I knew anything of that, like, yeah. So I found it very interesting because people used to always, like, assume and ask me if I did any other drugs, but, like, it was even before I was... Like,
shrooming or anything.
Or even, like, a heavy, like, pothead. Yeah. I'm not a heavy pothead, but, like, still.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, what inspired you even with the mushrooms and now going into the woman series?
I feel like it's part of Mother Nature. So the women series, like, I just been embodying femininity. And to me, a lot of that is how Mother Nature flows, you know, how creating works. Even if you look at it mathematically, when they show the Fibonacci, like if they explain it from male to female energy, the female energy is always like curving. And it's just like, it's more in a way like chaotic because it's like creative and shit, like the right brain and the left brain and all that shit.
So you're just like, what does femininity look like for you though? Because, you know, in today's time, like, that could look very vast.
Giving life. Really, just giving life. Like how a tree, I love trees. I have such a thing for trees. And just like Mother Nature in itself. Like, if you look at this, you see how it goes into a tree, but it's also universally, like, connected to everything else. And it goes through infinity, because we're forever connected in just the flowing of Mother Nature. And that's what I love to put on there, because it's just, like, it just keeps going.
Infinity.
Yes. Creation, infinity creation,
So
infinite creation.
So how do you? Well, I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get it.
Whatever you want to whatever you want to get into is whatever you want to ask me. Whatever you.
Okay, so
But I will say this. At first it was just embodying femininity, but then it did evolve into putting respect on biology fucking matters.
Biology
and I'll
matters.
just say that.
So did you hear about the story about the little boy who went to school with the shirt? It says...
And he got suspended.
He got suspended. He went in front of the whole board. Yeah. Do you remember what the shirt said?
It said there's two genders.
Yeah. And he went in front of the whole school board and said the same way they feel like they can, you know, represent whatever they want them to represent. Why is it now my fault that I believe in what I believe in and I'm getting suspended for it?
Now, did you hear about the protests of the kids? Basically saying that they're now putting up signs in school, well, in that particular school, like that it's not like cool to be straight, basically. They were saying like a heart isn't straight. It's curvy, and they're like all throughout this month. Yeah. And they protested about it because it's kind of like, okay, now it's like a little... You know, if we did the opposite, it would be.
You know what's I'm so thankful about, right? Is like I got to spend time with my niece this weekend, and one thing that never came up was gender, sexuality.
How old is she?
And she's in the 7th grade.
I love that.
So she's 12.
I love that. How it should be.
I can tell what she likes, of course, but I'm not going to be here forcing down or asking this child who doesn't even really understand the concept of what I'm really asking her. I'd rather allow her to become who she wants to be. And then I'll go from there. When you have more questions, and I told her, you want to talk about the birds and the bees? We talk about the birds and the bees, girl. But I'm not going to be forcing this concept of this new age system. They're already too free to too much. Why am I going to be now?
Why confuse them more?
Yo, we went out to the movies, and they had the LGBT plus community flag on the movie for a commercial. She was just like, and she didn't say nothing. She was, I'm like, cool. Kids aren't really noticing it like how we think we're noticing it. Just like when we were younger and we didn't notice certain things until we got older. And we're like,
I hope so.
They really are. They're really not. We as adults are making it a thing. Just like as we as adults sexualize little boys and girls. Oh, don't go in the room with that little boy. You gotta stay out there. It's always sexualized. Most likely, yes, something could happen. Not taking that away. But what I'm saying is we overdo it.
Well, I think it's both. It's both. Because sure. There's definitely cases I don't want to talk about it because it's still close friends, business. But there is some things that some kids are just getting into way too early, and it's just.
Oh yeah, it's the phone.
Now it's just really confusing them They're getting addicted to it way too early.
Yeah, until high school. You don't need no phone. You need a track phone until you get to high school. Period. No iMessage, no video chat, no none of that. I don't want to hear none of it. I don't care. There's no reason you should have all that access as an adult, as a child. And sorry, these kids are little mini hackers too, so you try to put the parental control. They know how to go around that. I just took away my niece's phone yesterday for getting in trouble for something. I was like, did you delete anything out your phone? She said, no. I said, are you sure? She said, yes, Auntie, I didn't delete anything. I said, but I just deleted everything. Undeleted everything you deleted. And she's like, I said, baby girl, get ahead of yourself, children. Do not do it. We know.
I'll say that, I just believe that kids should be taught to be nice. They should be taught to embrace themselves, just the self-confidence up. Because once you have a foundation of self-confidence, it's going to be harder for shit in life to confuse you as much. And when I say shit in life, I mean what the devil throws at you. Mm-hmm. However you want to interpret it. It just helps you block the bullshit. It helps you see the fuckery. Amen. If you're naive through that shit, you think if you get conditioned that it's normal, and it's something that is just it's normal in the sense that it's real, it's gonna be there, but it's not normal in the sense that you need to take it in. Either. Yeah, and it's
because you're gonna take it in, but God, can we save the children for as long as we can?
We want to talk about innocence. We want to talk about innocence. It's not about fucking Santa Claus. It's not about the Easter Bunny. It's literally about giving them that love to really love themselves and just be loving souls how they're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Not the other bullshit. Why are you thinking about your sexuality at fucking 11 years old? Why? Baby girl or baby boy, there's no reason. Just know you don't want to get into that mess right now.
Yeah, just be a child.
Yeah, just be a child. Have fun.
Have fun.
Biology matters.
It really does. And speaking of biology, what's your spirituality? What does that look like? Your religious background?
So I grew up Catholic. I'm from Colombia. That's why it was more prominent there when I was growing up. Once my parents divorced, they went into Christianity, so I dabbled into Christianity. And then in my early 20s, I just embraced my witchness, and it's been spiritually...
How long have you been embracing your witchness?
It's funny. People be like, oh, you used to play house? And I'm like, yeah, in the woods. I used to play, go in there and just, this is my home. Shit like that. I used to talk to animals all the time. I have full conversations with them. still do, you know. It's just very naturally.
I got my inner witchness in 2014 time. Around that time, that's when. But I always knew, like, I was clairvoyant. I've always had premonitions, dreams, different things like that when I was a little girl. Even dreams as a little girl that came to light as an adult. So it's like my deja vu be like deja vu.
I was going through serious awakening from 2011 to probably 2014, like heavy.
Same.
And that's probably why we aligned so much then, and thank God that we still aligned
When
now.
I graduated high school, I was like 110 pounds. Like, you can see my bones in my chest. It was like really bad. Like, I had like a real awakening. Like, this is the thickest.
And you got booty.
So yeah, like I went through the whole of spiritual awakening. That's why when it comes to spirituality, mental health, and self-care, I feel like it all goes together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've grown to understand more and more over the years and how to implement more and how to do better. But I always feel like I've always been in that like circle of like just doing better and evolving. And taking a hella accountability. How do you feel about accountability?
Oh, I'm a big advocate for accountability. I'll take accountability even when it's not my accountability. Like, I feel like I'll take accountability for the energy I just contributed, period.
Yeah.
I'll just take that, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we contribute.
Yeah,
So,
at the end of the day, it's like, what did I contribute or what didn't I contribute? Because it's either you helped or you hurt.
but we can always move on.
Oh, for sure.
With love.
With love, for sure. But
Take accountability. Just,
because even with my mask off episode, I could definitely say I grew, but I could also say I hurt. But I only went off of the energy that was given to me. You get what I'm saying? I didn't move off the energy that I created.
but you also waited.
Yeah.
Cause like you weren't. That episode wasn't a reactive episode. You didn't just like as soon as that happened, you went and you recorded.
Yeah.
You waited. You thought it through. You felt it out.
I really did. I really did.
And you made the decision and you did it. I know you're gonna stand on everything.
Everything I said. Until this day I do.
I told you.
So question.
Yes.
Do you remember how we met? Tell the people how we met.
I saw a flyer for artists to showcase in Hialeah. And I was like, okay, I want a new home. Long story, but 2013, if you know, you know. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go here. Went there, met you. I was like, yep, this is home. I'm staying. Fucks with her. I'm staying. And yeah, it's been good. That was 2014.
What did we used to do? Like, what kind of events we did? Because you did events, you did pop-ups, you did showcasing. Let's talk about showcasing your art.
So, I remember Art Central being mostly visual art. And also fire. There was fire. Fire guy. I love that you gave me safe space to throw events again. I really missed that shit. And I believe that was the first time that we actually had like performances there. And
was it Black Friday?
It was Black Friday. DQ was hosting for the first time. That was his first. Like he hosted in high school, but like it wasn't like an event.
We were little rebels. We were doing events on Black Friday night, like when people are shopping and shit.
Well, cause fuck that shit. That was like the whole point of why I did Black Friday, because I was just like, I used to work at the Coral Square Mall and I was a customer service, so I was like in the middle of the mall and I would just see everyone frantically fucking
going crazy.
Crazy, stomp on each other too, and it was just, I just didn't see a point in it, because then the next day you're giving thanks, or it was the day before you're giving thanks, and then the day after you're like, capitalism!
Give me the TV!
Yeah, it's just it's all performative.
Yeah, I remember.
And I don't like performative shit.
I supported you. That's why I was right there with you, not doing Black Friday.
Thank you for that. Seriously, thank you for that. You, in that time, I feel like you did help. It was like the candle was a little down, but you helped it back up because it's a medium that is really like, it's in my heart. You know, all my mediums are in my heart.
But,
you know, it's just like, I'm so picky on the event space. It just has to flow. It has to align. Mm-hmm. And whatever space you have given me each time has always aligned. So, like, thank you. Even when we were outside with no tent. This was before no tent. And even when it felt like a shipwreck that one time that we were holding on to dear life on the tent. And while the wind was like, it was raining. It was raining sideways. Like, we were going to fly with the tent. We're ready to go down.
Zuma has the equipment, like, we here, like, yo, came from the bottom.
That was the first time that we had to cancel a show.
Yeah, for real.
And that was Culture Miami.
Mm-hmm. Good time. So when did you first pick up a paintbrush?
I mean, it had to be literally, okay, so in Colombia, I went to like a private preschool, and apparently it was big on art, so probably there.
Okay. So what's the difference between getting raised in Colombia and South Florida? Because people from, like, they don't understand, like, being raised in Miami is different. Like, it's not the fucking same. Like, our lingo, the way we talk, our attitude, everything is, like, different. But I know, like, Hispanic culture is very much, like, provocative and very, you know, too. So what's the difference that you see?
Colombia has real food. And it's like, it's crazy. It's a crazy difference. It's actually really crazy. But growing up here, I would say it's interesting because since I grew up illegal, I wasn't really like allowed to be out.
Understand.
So I grew up mostly like, you know, my parents worked 2-3 jobs. Once my brother was at least like 16, he started working. So I was mostly home alone.
Yeah.
And like I didn't get like culture until probably maybe like middle school.
Okay.
Because we moved to more north or east, and so now I had more in the classroom. There was more like Spanish and Black, because before it was very white dominant.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a very big difference.
Yeah, because like, even though I could pass white, because some people obviously think like I'm white Colombian, so it makes sense. But I still didn't click with like
other people,
American people like that. Like it just like it's not like there was just a disconnect. It wasn't like they bullied me or nothing. Like it was not like that.
It's not the same.
Yeah, like I'm always been very nice, but I've always been not friendly.
I understand.
Like we're cool, but at the same time, we have to, like, connect. And if it doesn't connect, it doesn't connect, and that's okay. Yeah. That was majority of my time here. I have no idea if it would have been the same in Colombia. I sometimes wonder if I would still been an artist, but knowing now that, because my dad was the one that told me that I went to, like, what my private high school, well, not high school, the private school I went to in Colombia, like, they had an art. Like, it was just big on art. Yeah. This was, like, preschool.
Okay.
So I could imagine that regardless, I would have ended up being an artist. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of graffiti in Bogota. It's very gritty and shit, so... And it kind of... I feel like I still match it.
How do you feel about Americans traveling to Colombia?
It's safer now.
I see a lot of people traveling to Colombia now.
No, okay. Maybe not right now, but it is a lot safer. But like right now,
I just have a homie that just came back from Colombia.
It depends on where you go.
Black? I like that for her.
But at the same time, it's a big difference in what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's a big difference than what it used to be, so that's cool.
Okay, so let's get back to some body painting.
Okay.
So what's the difference between like the paint you're using and like regular paint that people just be putting on body, like acrylic? I remember back in the day you'd be scrubbing paint off for days.
Well, that's the big difference. It's the scrubbing part. The water-based paint will help her wash it off a lot easier than scrubbing it off. Cause like, I mean, art is cool, but at the same time, like washing it off is
It's a whole process too.
Yeah, and the easier the better.
So, what about like, cause you do body painting, I see, the different color palettes you use for different skin tones?
Well, I don't body paint like that. I do like a whole bunch of different. Well,
So
I
what
guess I've
kind of,
done all
like,
different skin tones though. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I actually have done all skin tones actually. Yeah. I mean,
Is there any difference, or is there any layering difference in skin tone?
I would say just as long as it's good paint, like it's fine. Cause if it's like crappy paint, then it's gonna be very thin, and I have to do a lot of layering regardless. Cause it's
Because acrylic, you may not have to use a lot, but when it dries, as soon as you move, it cracks. It'd be like, and it looks like. So that's why I'm looking at yours.
No, this
looks
yeah.
like body paint.
Yeah, this is. I think it's like water-based body paint's the best paint to use.
Okay, so anybody out there, body paint, go find it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into some nitty gritty stuff.
Okay. I love the gritty shit.
Are you in a relationship?
Nah.
No situations.
myself.
No nothing.
Oh God. I'm in a big relationship with myself and
The
God.
Lord above.
There's not much of a difference between a nun and I besides like that nun goes to church like religiously. That's why I just church is in my heart.
And I'm far from the nun.
I mean, look, I've been celibate for a couple years now. Like,
I will find my way. I love celibacy. Children, find it. But I will find my way up out of there, here and there, around there, you know? Yeah. I will find my way out. So it's like DNA. It's like...
I would say if it flows, it flows.
It flows. Like, I'm never like on no force shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing
like,
force.
if it doesn't...
It has to connect.
Exactly.
For sure.
So, I have my fun in the sense that, like, I like to learn. So I like to be around men that can teach me new shit. Highly enjoy that. And yeah, that's...
Do you want to get married?
Yeah.
Do you believe in marriage? Is marriage a thing?
I mean, marriage is a thing. I would do it once.
Are you monogamous?
Because I really love the red dress from Beetlejuice, and if I ever get married, like I need my red dress.
Just a Beetlejuice wedding.
Just a Beetlejuice wedding. That's all I care about.
And the you get that dress and everyone else is in black.
To be real, I really wouldn't have like a wedding. I would have like a party.
Me too. Like a reception party.
Yeah.
Only my loved ones will see me. Like
yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else would just come to the party.
And it would literally be like a party, like an event type party. You got performances, you have live paintings, you have like tattoos, you got
from all countries.
A weed table.
Smoke friendly.
Exactly.
Open bar, bitch.
And you just, being creative. We're just celebrating. We're celebrating life. I would do that.
So would you do like by court or?
Like on paper?
Yeah, paper, like changing last names. I would want to change my last name.
I would like to add last name. I'll say that. I would like to add. I would do prenup too. I would do prenup too.
I love you. We could split everything that we build together down the middle. But whatever I come in with, that's mine. Don't play with me.
Like, I'm not against marriage. I do believe in it, but not in the sense of like I have to do it in life. Like I
don't want to, but I definitely want to.
It's just like if it happens, if it flows there, beautiful.
But I want it to
one time.
There. Flow the fuck there. Like, don't leave me stranded out here on the Titanic, little piece of board.
Yeah. She could have so moved the fuck over. I feel bad about that.
She let the nigga die.
Now never forgive you for that, Rose.
Never, Rose. So yeah, like that's how I feel. But I definitely love companionship. I'm not.
I do love companionship.
I'm poly, so I'm not monogamous. I don't believe right now until I'm married.
Yeah.
Into one relationship.
Which I respect. I respect that, especially also like with you being a bisexual woman too. Mm-hmm. Like I know that you have to feel free. Especially to like,
girl, and I'm getting close.
I'm straight, by the way, and I understand this. I'm just putting that out there. I'm straight as fuck. But like, yeah, I completely get that. That's why, like, in not the last episode, but the last interview, something that I've always felt is like it makes sense to me for bi people to date bi people because like you get it, you know.
And it's like I'm so like, oh my God, my boyfriend. I'm still there, but I'm just like, you might get it. The same way a straight man will look at me like, bitch.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Because the straight mentality is just different. It's just, and this is a journey I've had to, like, learn from and stuff, because I used to be like, I don't fucking get it. Now I'm like, okay, like, I kind of get it. Like, I get it in the sense I can, like, turn the perspective. Mm-hmm. Can I feel it? No.
Yeah.
So I can't fully understand it in that sense, but, like, I get it. Like, you want to be free if that's what you're attracted to, and, like, you should be able to, of course, doesn't it?
Girl, it is nothing like a man loving a bisexual woman. I'm sorry. Let me tell you, because, you know, when a man loves a bisexual woman...
But when you say man, you mean like a straight man or just like any
straight man?
Okay.
Straight man. I was looking at the camera, Jordy. I'm sorry that you right there. I'm looking at the camera.
I also get when they get frustrated about it.
Because, you know, it's like, this is an unconditional love. It's just a different type of love that a man gives a woman when he understands her sexual fluidness in it all.
But when you say that,
not
it's like
take it in like a insecurity there.
But when you say it like that, you mean like him also allowing you to explore that side?
Yeah.
Okay.
What else was you talking
now,
about?
does he also like, I guess, like join you guys, or is it completely separate
I
type
think
thing?
by relationship.
Because I'm territorial, so I'm like, that's the part where I don't get. Because I'm like...
I used to be there. I grew out of that because if I want to be happy, I got to make sure the man be happy too now. Like, goddamn, he's already allowing me to go so far. Like, he might as well just see what it feel like.
I guess it just depends on each party, because I could assume some people don't want to know about it and they just let them do whatever, and then, you know...
It's always boundaries for every relationship. I don't think it always goes for the same for every relationship, no, because every woman and every man is set up differently. But all I'm saying is the unconditional love in there is real. And we love. That's love. Like, what? How many women just would allow and how many men would just allow? Because some women just be like, I don't want another girl, I want another man.
That's me. I'm not saying.
I'm that
That's
girl.
me.
I'm
one of one, like, just you and me, and that's it. I'm sorry. You, me, and God. That's it. I'm not sharing you. I don't give a fuck.
So, when it comes down to, like, performing live, how is that anxiety there? Like, when I say performing live, I mean painting live, doing live painting, even whether it's body or canvas. Or showcasing, because showcasing could be a lot too, you know? How does that feel for you?
I used to get more nervous, but I think I've done it so much that it's just like, it's a performance.
And that's why I asked you about it, because even like painting is a live performance.
So like I don't feel it. I don't feel the pressure.
Girl, that's why I had to put my painting aside, because I couldn't think. I really couldn't think. She said, what I said? I said, I don't know. I don't know what she said. I was painting.
And mind you, and I'm over here like...
So I had to put that down. So...
It's almost like second nature. No, it's not almost. It
is second nature. Because the way you flicked that cloud, it was crazy.
It was, Yeah, and also, especially in the last, since the pandemic, because the pandemic, put a pause in showcasing everything to that. So after that, it's like BC.
Okay.
But after that, I started like actually shrooming more. So I would take a microdose before anything, and like I just.
How's microdosing?
I love microdosing. It just like how it's like a shot, but.
I love microdosing too, so I'm not even gonna lie. I love it. Like it's so relaxing. It calms my ADHD down a lot. Like, it really does it. It makes me stable. I feel like everything is straight. But it kind of makes me feel like I took a shot of alcohol, but I didn't take a shot of alcohol.
That's why I like it. I like it because, I feel like in the last year, especially in the last 2 years, my body has just have a dislike with alcohol right now.
And that's fine.
Wine,
that's
cool.
Good.
Teleport, but like wine, cool. But anything else, my body is just like, eh. But that also started when I started shrooming. And
it's like your body saying no
it
thanks.
just replaces like, nah, do this.
Yeah, no,
and I'm just
thank
like,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
And it's been great. Like, remember my birthday? Like, I didn't drink at all.
Yeah.
I drank cranberry, and I was on the microdose. And I was chilling.
So how do you feel about like painters going viral today, in today's age? Because I feel like some painters are just going viral off of aesthetics, but not really off of time and effort. I don't know. Who am I, right? But I'm just saying, how do you feel about artists going viral?
I mean, I can't say any artist right now that I can like say like, yeah, but my biggest inspirations when it comes to like real life artists coming out from the mud, making it like that.
Who's your favorite artist?
That's Gizmo.
Right. Hi, Giz.
But an artist I really admire. I admire her work. I admire her
me.
work ethic and coming up and everything. It's definitely Distorted.
Okay.
Like Distorted, like she was doing prints and posters and shit like that.
Just
posting. She was
Yeah.
at The Void. She was doing a whole bunch of showcases. She was throwing her own events. And then she got to a level where now she gets sneaker deals and shit. She's doing like real corporate shit. That's yes, girl. Like I wanna get there. Distorted. I'm gonna send you this clip. But yeah, like I fucks with you heavy.
Distorted.
Yeah, no, she, especially with all this shit that she personally went through.
Distorted. I'm from South Florida. I'm from Miami. I am a podcaster, and I need you. Hello. I'm gonna sit energy check. I need you. Okay.
No, she'd be real cool to interview because she majored in psychology. Like, she could really get down with, like...
Yeah.
I fuck with her heavy. Girl, I know you crazy, you Dominican, but I fucks with you heavy. I fucks with the crazy.
I'll bring the mango. I'll bring the salami. And I'll bring the fried cheese.
She's been very vulnerable and open about, like, how she uses her art also to literally, like... feel good about life again, especially with everything that she's got.
And see, and me, I don't know too much about her story or whatever, but to know enough is to say, like, I am trying to continue interviewing the odds, the people who don't really talk, but have a lot to say and have a lot of meaning and substance to what they do.
Yeah.
I want to talk to those people because I feel like that is where we're at today. Like, you need to talk to those people who's not saying the things that they really saying because they're the ones that know the gems.
Yeah.
And, like, I was talking to my team earlier. I was just like, I have somebody, like, you know, in mind that a lot of people gonna be like, how the hell you gonna get them on energy check? And I'm like,
you manifesting it.
I'm getting
putting the work
my
out there,
hood
showing
niggas.
up, and you're gonna get
I'm
it.
getting the spiritual bitches. I'm getting them all, like, because at the end of the day, we all stem from the same thing, and it's love. It don't matter what the perspective is, what the angle is, where the perspective. As long as you just like shift yourself a little bit to see through somebody else's lens.
Like, passion has its own language.
Exactly.
And artists and creatives, like, we flow in that shit.
Exactly.
We live in that shit.
Exactly.
It could be our main language, basically.
Exactly. exactly. So that's where I'm coming with it.
Yeah.
When it comes to your series Woman, where can they find you, and where can they find your new, upcoming pieces at, or even inquire you?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's giovanna.world_. My website is giovanna.world, and there you'll see upcoming women merch. But also I do a lot of handcrafted
Pieces,
goodies and shit, random. I'm
Bags,
a random ass,
cups,
trippy, whatever. So it's just random shit on there, and also original canvases. So
you know what you should
too.
do, friend?
What?
I'm a creative director. Now producer.
You always been.
But I think you should also release a short film of your art in trippy form. You know how they make it 3D? And release a series just for free on YouTube for people to look up when they're on acid or when they're on shrooms. When I was on shrooms, I was looking for that shit. Shrooms videos. And it's I couldn't find anything. They'll give me psychedelic stuff, but it wasn't really matching the vibe of where colored people be. So, because you do a lot of that 3D abstract,
especially my animations now that I do.
I think you should go down that route and get those views. And I think that will smack for millions. G shit.
You know what? I think you're right.
Sometimes free will flip you to infinity. Yes.
Yeah.
But how do you feel energy check from 1 to 10 right now?
Oh my gosh, I would say more than 13. I love 13, so I like staying at 13, but it's definitely more than 13. I'll say 27. That's my next favorite number after 13.
Before we go, I want to ask you.
Yes.
Is there anything you would do different?
I would have told myself to hold on more to myself in a relationship.
In relationships, it don't matter what it is, what ship you're on.
Well,
hold on to yourself.
Yeah, but romantic relationships definitely affect me more than the other relationships, especially
personal
now as we're older.
Creative,
and it's that's who my life partner. I don't date to date. It's more when we flow and we're aligning, because we're literally creating life in the moment, and God willing in the future. Which I don't like to switch around like that. I like my man. I like my husband.
I like what I like, and I just want that.
So yeah. I forgot the point of that. Fuck. I went over here. I'm like, I gotta fix this line, and then I'm like, wait, what?
People with ADHD be like.
I feel like I have mild.
No, for sure.
Mild.
For sure.
Especially as a creative, it makes sense to me because I can multitask, but at the same time, it's where's my sticky notes? I gotta remember shit. I gotta remember to remember. This is Inception.
Oh man, well, I really appreciate you coming on to Energy Check. We're gonna allow you for the last couple minutes to continue painting and finishing out. In the last 2 minutes, please, team, can you let her know so she can explain her piece, show off her piece? And yeah, I think today went amazing. I appreciate having you as a creative and just spending time with you, especially you model, Miss Vanessa. Yes, yes, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you so much.
You are not going unnoticed. You're noticed. So please, if you did not follow Giovanna.world on Instagram, she has a link in her bio. Go in there. You can see her her website with all her goodies. Buy, support our people. Don't play, okay? All right, now enjoy the rest of the show.
Also remember to breathe. Just take time and acknowledge your breathing. Mind if I let's do that right now?
Ready? All of us together. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you.
I remember my thought. Yeah, definitely, hold yourself up, because in relationships it can be a distraction. And as much as you want to love someone, you can get lost in loving someone and just like being very much a giver. And as women, that's like such our natural way of loving that we have to remember that we have to give back to ourselves too. Amen. But at the end of the day, like, going through that is how I know this. So maybe I just had to go through it.
Yes. And this is your time, this is your season, and you notice you took accountability.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Also, next time I'm a wife, I'm definitely going to still put more into myself.
I'm trying to get to wifey. I'll clean the windows. I'm just.
But okay, it's just giving the home, providing the home, keeping it. Because it's still co-creating with each other.
Yeah. As a woman should, right? And as a man should too.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in with another episode of Energy Check. You are here with your host, Auntie Energy, aka Buck Mulata. Please follow Giovanna, Vanessa. The link in the bio will have all the descriptions and all that good stuff. So enjoy the rest of the show.